everybody, I'm Josh. Thank you. Last week, I focused on going back to school. This week, I'm taking you back to school for Dating 101. This is Shit Talkin'. First and foremost, I want to apologize. It's Wednesday. I'm just now getting this filmed and posted. I am so sorry. I've had this migraine since Friday. I still have it, but I'm just pushing through it so that I can get this video out and go and get it posted for you. I'm sorry if I don't seem like myself, but that's why. So back to this week's show. I know what you're all thinking, because let's be real here. The only people who watch this show are the people who know me. And you're all thinking, Josh, you haven't dated in over 10 years. How can you teach us about dating? Well, all of my segments today have one common theme, and it's a common theme that should be pretty obvious. But some people don't know this theme, which is how I created a show about it. So I'm going to teach you that theme. That theme I will tell you at the end of the show. It's called a tease. It gets you to watch the entire show. I just hope you don't break up with me right now, because it's time for another cheesy monologue. I've realized I don't suffer from insanity. I enjoy every minute of it. You've got to love the way medical offices run nowadays. I called to make an appointment the other day because I felt invisible. They told me they couldn't see me. Rude. A cow on my friend's farm didn't produce any milk last year. How did he say it? I think he called it an utter disappointment. In a recent study, there's a high cost of living, but it still remains popular. Here's this week's point to ponder. If you don't pay your exorcist, will you get repossessed? I'm asking for a friend. To the person who invented zero, thanks for nothing. I had a dream the other night. I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda, but then I realized it was just a fantasy. Get it? Because there's an orange soda called Fanta. I saw on the news that a guy sued an airline for losing his luggage, but he lost his case. My friend recently drove his expensive car into a tree, and now we know how Mercedes-Benz. While writing this monologue, I tried to think of a pun about the wind, but it blows. Don't you hate it when funerals start so early, like at 9 a.m.? Come on now. I can't do... I'm not a morning person. And finally, my teachers told me that I wouldn't amount to anything because I procrastinate too much. I said, just you wait. So this has become one of my favorite segments, and I've decided to switch it up a little bit. Instead of showing you stupid items people are selling online, I'm going to show you stupid people selling themselves online. In this week's edition of The Marketplace. First up, Christian woman looking for Christian man partner who is sympathetic with women who have mental illnesses and hear voices but is self-controlled. Sign me up. I saw you at Tiki Bob's. You grabbed my butt. I told you if you did it again, I'd kill you. You did. I want your address now. And it's not for a booty call. This large ad costs $340 to run. Needless to say, on our first date, we'll be going Dutch. I don't know which is worse. The fact that you took out that big of an ad making you look desperate, the fact that you announced how much you're spending on an ad, or the fact that you're going Dutch on your first date. Really? Next up, single male seeks double-jointed supermodel who owns a brewery, grows her own pod, access to free concerts, a plus, as is having an open-minded twin sister. I have a feeling that guy is still single. This next one bothers me on so many levels, mainly because what do straight people think about gay people? I am not gay. I never was and never will be. Just because I make a noise without knowing it does not mean I'm gay. I have 5 children and was married for several years. I am having brain surgery this year to make me stop making this noise. No woman will go out with me because I make that noise. What noise do you think gay people are making? Like, we don't have a hoot and a holler. There's no, like, siren that sounds when it's time for our meetings. Anyway. Easygoing athletic, single Japanese male, which is, I assume, the J. 41, seeking single female, looks not important, must be tall, slim, and attractive. But looks aren't important. Man seeks woman who's not a cheating skank like Marcy Tettle. Hey, sometimes you have to just be straight and to the point. Tony-looking actor seeks divorce beauty with guest house north of Wilshire. I'm tan, talented, and will provide Pilates instruction in exchange for romance and rent. He doesn't mean Tony as in the Oscar award, Tony award. He means he looks like a Tony. I think this person did it backwards. Have Viagra, need woman. Any woman between 18 and 80. Now that's an open mind. This ad is very clever. I'm going to read it, do what it says, and then read it again. Here we go. A tall, well-built woman with good reputation who can cook frog's legs, who appreciates a good fuchsia garden, classical music, and talking without getting too serious, but only read lines 1, 3, and 5. A tall, well-built woman with good legs who appreciates a good without getting too serious. I mean, seriously, that is a clever person. Anyway, so for this next segment, I do want to thank a couple of people. First of all, well, the first one's not a person, but I want to thank boardpanda.com. The link will be in the description below. But I got all of the tweets from that website. I also want to thank Jimmy Fallon because he does a segment on his show called Hashtags, and every Wednesday night, I think it's Wednesdays, he'll send out a hashtag for everybody to answer to. They always become trending topics, and a couple of these refer to that. So I want to thank both of those, but Board Panda and The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. It's time for What's Wrong Here? I changed it up this week, and we're going to look at tweets of bad dates. Here we go. I once took a girl to Starbucks because I forgot her name. That's actually really clever. Next up. Date was so bad I gave the waiter $20 to get me out of there and spill a drink on me. Must have been a really bad date. While at dinner, date looks at me and says, if you lose 10 pounds, you'd be a 10. I'd rather go Dutch. Date took me to a nice restaurant. Our server leaned in to me and said, you're the third one this week. Okay, now, let's be real. And don't be offended with what I'm about to say because it's true, and let me explain. You know their server was a woman. Because what dude would break bro code and tell the woman they're the third date he's brought here this week? Like, men would be proud of that. Women, they'll let you know what the real deal is. Not gonna lie. He said, from your photo, I thought you were too good for me, but then I realized you have your flaws. And then listed them. Next up. sitting on the floor kissing, talking about life and family. Turns out we were cousins. Okay. I know I have said on this show how I have a huge family. Like, I think it was last episode I even mentioned I had 39 cousins in high school my freshman year. That has never happened to me. For more than one reason, but it's never happened to me. Next up. At the end of the night, he leaned in for a kiss and said, "Don't be scared if my tooth falls out." Sign me up. He talked about himself all through dinner and then drove me around to show me where his ex-girlfriends live. When he dropped her off at her house, she then said, "Well, you can add this to your tour now." In the middle of the date, she called her ex and decided to get back together with him. That was after she still spilled the drink on his lap because the ad said that they were going Dutch. Next, and finally, he showed up an hour late, drove through McDonald's, "You want anything?" Then parked at a zoo and said, "I've got a condom." Well, good for you. And I've got a knee to your groin. For this next segment, I again switched it up a little bit. I hope that these will be funny. I think most of them are. But it's time to look at some breakup texts in this week's edition of Auto Not Correct. So, we're going to take a look at some breakup texts that people have sent. This first one isn't the funniest of them all, but it's pretty good. "Thank you for breakfast." "You're welcome. I'll be honest, though. I don't think we have very much in common. I had a hard time keeping a conversation going, and I wouldn't like to pursue another date. Good luck on your Air Force career. I hope it's everything you hope it's going to be." So, she gave you the milk for free without buying the farm, and you're dumping her. I'm assuming the first one that was cut off was knock knock. "Who's there, babe?" "Single." "Single who?" "Single you." "Real funny, babe. Not a joke. I just didn't want to be too harsh on you." It's like a kick in the groin. Just rip the Band-Aid off, people. Don't tease someone. Like this person. "We're over." "Okay, bye." "Don't you buy me. You're supposed to feel pain. Why aren't you feeling pain?" "'Cause I don't care." G2G. "This is not over. I'm texting you tomorrow to break up with you again, and this time you're gonna feel pain." You're retarded. Which is why they don't care. "I need to tell you something." "What is it, babe?" "I broke your Xbox." "What?" "Just kidding. I'm cheating on you." "So my Xbox is okay, right?" Priorities, people. Priorities. "Well, can we still be friends? Promise?" Pinky. "Okay, can I ask you a favor?" "Anything. Go shove that pinky promise up your ass because you broke my heart, ass." "We need to break up." "Is it because I said your sister was hot?" "No, but it is now." Here's the next one. "Hi, Susan. This is Anthony's mom. You and my son are done. I don't want a selfish, gold-digging, idiotic slut dating my son. And don't bother calling. He feels the same way I do. Goodbye." Whoa! Wait, what? Give Anthony his phone back. "OMG, I'm so sorry. My mom said all that to you." "Oh, thank God, babe. So we're not done?" "No, we're done. I'm just sorry you had to hear it from her. Bye." Hey, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. "Can we still be friends?" "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I'm going to hit you with my car. You can run, but you can't hide. Run, 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 but you shall die. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I'm going to kill you with my car. IGTG. Where are you going?" "Australia. Somewhere far from you." I have a feeling I know why they're breaking up, but I don't want to start rumors. Are you okay? I heard about Derek, and I'm sorry you two broke up. Wait, he's breaking up with me? Wait, he hasn't done it yet? No. Oh, I could have sworn he said he broke it off. He hasn't liked you for months. WTF, what is wrong with you? Stop talking. You're making it worse. Again, just rip off the Band-Aid, guys. Come on now. And finally, hey, I was told I have no soul today. That's not true. Why would someone say that? I laughed when Simba's dad died in Lion King. We're so over. Again, priorities. Are you a sociopath because you don't die or you don't laugh when a cartoon character's dad dies? Anyway, so that's the end of the show, and it's time now for the goodbye. And it's time for me to reveal the common theme in all of the segments today, and that is, don't do those! If you have a funny relationship story, funny text message you think I should see, be sure to send it to me. And as soon as there we go. Here are all my socials, so be sure to send them to me. Don't forget to comment on anything about today's show. Like us, follow us, be sure to subscribe and get the notifications anytime I post an episode. I'm sorry again, it was 3 days late, but I will try to get it out sooner. And I can't promise anything on when I'll get the next episode out. Just a reminder, it may be Monday, but no later than that. So, until next time, everybody, please stay safe, stay healthy, stop the hate, and come back anytime you need some shit talking.